This is Kaanapali Beach in Maui, Hawaii. And if you're thinking of buying your dream home or vacation home in Maui and you want to live right next to a beach like this, well, stay tuned because in this video, we're going to show you everything Kaanapali. I'm going to walk you around the best beaches like this one, show you some of the things to do like jumping off of this rock. We're going to check out the restaurants, shops, and walk you through some of the neighborhoods. And if you stick around to the very end, I'm gonna show you one of the traditions unique here to Kaanapali Beach. So if you're as ready as I am, you're not gonna wanna miss this, and let's dive in. My name is Scott Jordan, and this is the Maui Real Estate Channel. And we get calls every day from people just like you who want to live the Maui life. So whether you're ready in 1 month or 12 months, feel free to reach out with my contact information in the description box below, and we'd be happy to help you make Maui your life. Kaanapali is located on the northwest shore of Maui and has a rich and storied history that dates back to the time of the Hawaiian Kingdom, before it became a world-renowned resort destination as it is today. And Kaanapali was a significant area for the ancient Hawaiian civilization. And in ancient times, Kaanapali was the hub for agriculture with fertile lands that supported the cultivation of taro, sweet potatoes, and other crops here. And the area was known also for its abundant fishing grounds and the ali'i, which is Hawaiian royalty, and also what the Kaanapali ali'i condotel gets its name because Kaanapali was held in that high regard, and this region was often visited by the Hawaiian kings and queens. And tradition suggests that Kaanapali was a place of both spiritual and cultural significance. Now, in the 18th and 19th centuries, significant changes happened to Kaanapali as westernization introduced new influences here to the Hawaiian Islands. And by the time of the Hawaiian Kingdom's consolidation under King Kamehameha in the early 1800s, Kaanapali had become an integral part of the kingdom's economy, particularly through the whaling industry, which was here, which brought foreign ships into Lahaina, which is just south of Kaanapali. All right, now the modern history of Kaanapali began in the mid-20th century when it was selected as the site for one of Hawaii's first planned resort communities. And in 1962 is when it began transforming this once quiet and agricultural area into what Kaanapali is today, a major luxury resort destination. And this development marked the beginning of Hawaii's rise as a major tourism hub spot. So Kaanapali really was one of the forerunners in the tourism development here in Hawaii. And the vision for Kaanapali was to create a master plan resort that visitors would come to that blended luxury, natural beauty, and Hawaiian culture. And the first hotel was the Royal Lahaina, which opened in 1962, which was followed by other iconic properties such as the Sheraton, which is right here, and the Kaanapali Beach Hotel just south of me. And these developments set the standard for resort planning, not just here in Hawaii, but set the standard globally for other resorts to follow. And one of the most unique features of Kaanapali's development was the inclusion of the public beach walk, which is one of my favorite things about this area and makes it so accessible for everybody visiting here and also locals living in this area so they can come and enjoy this beautiful coastline. And the beach walk connects all of these hotels and resorts. Now later, Kaanapali also became known for its championship golf courses that were designed by some of the world's top golf architects. And the Royal Kaanapali Golf Course, which opened also in 1962, and the Kaanapali Kai Course, which was added later on, have hosted a number of professional tournaments and continue to attract golf enthusiasts from all over the world. So now that we've gone into the history of Kaanapali, now let's talk about what Kaanapali is today. So today, Kaanapali is a vibrant resort area that continues to blend those historical roots with modern luxury. And it's home to a variety of hotels, resorts, condominiums, vacation rentals, and caters to visitors seeking everything from family-friendly accommodations to really exclusive luxury experiences. And Kaanapali is most known for its golden sand beaches, which you see behind me, the crystal clear blue waters, and remains a centerpiece for this whole area of West Maui, and is commonly ranked among the best beaches in the entire world because of the range of activities that it offers, from snorkeling, being a great swimming beach, paddleboarding, lounging on the sand, sunbathing. There's a number of different surf spots along this stretch of beach. And the beach is also famous for cliff diving at Black Rock, also known as Pu'ukeika'a. And in addition to the natural beauty, Kaanapali is a cultural hub with a bunch of different activities and events that celebrate the Hawaiian traditions. And the Kaanapali Beach Hotel, also known as Hawaii's most Hawaiian hotel, offers cultural experiences such as hula lessons, lei making, Hawaiian language classes, and you can also find those at Whalers Village. And the area hosts annual events like the Maui Onion Festival and the Kaanapali Fresh Food and Wine Festival. Now, Kaanapali's most well known for some of its iconic features such as Black Rock, also known as Pu'ukeika'a, which is a beautiful rock feature that sticks out and separates North Kaanapali Beach from South Kaanapali Beach. And this rock actually has Hawaiian significance, where it was a Hawaiian sacred site that was believed to be where spirits went into the afterlife from. Next is the Whalers Village Museum, which is located at the top floor of Whalers Village in the shopping center. And this museum gives a glimpse into Maui's whaling history and showcases some of the artifacts and exhibits from the 19th century. And lastly is gonna be the wildlife you see here. Often you'll see Hawaiian monk seals that can be spotted nesting on the beaches right here, which if you do see a monk seal, make sure you give them a safe distance. They're not known to be aggressive, but you don't want to make them feel like they're endangered in any way, because they can get aggressive, and we want to respect them sleeping, as they have been an endangered species that are making a great comeback here in Hawaii. Next is the sea turtles, and you'll also see tons of sea turtles, specifically on this southern Kaanapali Point in that reef area. And right here around Black Rock, we see sea turtles all the time. And I can't remember a time snorkeling here that I haven't seen a sea turtle, or out surfing where I haven't seen a sea turtle right here on this beach. And please remember that this Hawaiian sea life is protected by the county. And so don't touch the sea life. Keep your distance from the sea life, because you want to observe them and respect their beauty, but we need to respect that this is their home first, and we're visiting their home. And so please observe them at a distance. Now, if Kaanapali becomes your home, or if you have a vacation home here and you're visiting throughout the year, some of your favorite things to do here are going to be snorkeling this area. There's tons of reefs from North Kaanapali Beach stretching through to Black Rock, and then here in South Kaanapali Beach, tons of different reefs that you can choose from. And we'll show you more of that in another video and dive into the best snorkeling areas here and the best beaches here, but you're definitely going to love that. You're gonna love golfing throughout Kaanapali Golf Course, that we'll also get more into, but you'll definitely enjoy that. You're also gonna love the sunsets that we see every night here in Kaanapali. It's just beautiful as the sun goes right behind me between Lanai and Molokai, and it'll range throughout the year and shift. And so, your sunsets in the summer are gonna be a little different than your sunsets in the winter time. So enjoy all the seasons here, because it's all beautiful. And also the whale watching is one of my favorite things here, where you can literally sit on the beach, and if you're fortunate enough to have an ocean front condo, you can sit in your condo on the lanai and you'll literally see whales all day long breaching. Towards the end of our whale season, which begins in late December and stretches into early May, towards the end of that is when you'll start to see the babies, where they're coming up with their moms and they're learning how to breach, they're learning all the different tricks, and you'll see them jumping, and that's really cool to see when you can see a mom jumping and then you see the babies jumping with them. And so definitely enjoy the whale watching here. You're gonna love the shopping, the variety of shopping that you have at Whalers Village that we're also gonna get into here, that has everything you're gonna need, from different clothes, jewelry, convenience stores, and restaurants all in this hub. Now, I can't think of a more perfect place in the entire world when it comes to weather than Maui, and specifically West Maui, and even in there, Kaanapali, where the weather is typically, really only fluctuates about 6 to 8 degrees for our highs and lows throughout the year, where in your summertime, the low is gonna be 72, 74, and the high is gonna be upwards towards 86, 88. And then in the wintertime, that low is gonna get down to, at the very coldest, maybe 66, but really between 66 and 68 in the middle of the night. And those highs are gonna be anywhere between 78 and 82 degrees in the wintertime. And so really all year round, we have great weather here in Maui and Kaanapali. And the rainfall in Kaanapali is relatively low. We get enough rain that it keeps it green here and keeps it cooler than areas like Lahaina and even out into Wailea and the Kihei area. And so I love that because the rain also brings rainbows. And so you can look up at the West Maui Mountains and you're gonna see rainbows almost every day here. But the average is about 25 inches of rainfall per year. And those wettest months are gonna be in our winter season, which is between December and March. And occasionally we'll get a stretch where you may have a week or 10 days where it's very heavy rain here. But then usually the rest of the winter, you'll get showers throughout the day and then sunny times throughout the day. So it's nice, you may get, an hour of rain and then the sun comes out a little later so you can enjoy that mix and still get outside that day. The winds here, we do get the trade winds, which come from the northeast, but they provide a nice cooling breeze. It typically isn't too strong of wind here. It's about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Usually in the afternoons is gonna be the windiest time. And this also keeps the mosquitoes down. So we really don't get a ton of mosquitoes in this area because of that nice constant trade wind ocean breeze that keeps the air really nice and fresh. So now, without keeping you waiting any longer for what you're really here to see, let's go have a closer look into Kaanapali. So going along the boardwalk, right in South Kaanapali Beach, we first pass the Sheraton Resort, which was one of the first hotels on Kaanapali Beach. And next, now we're walking by the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. And I just think it's so cool, all the coconut trees that line this boardwalk. It's so pretty. And just all the greenery here. The hotels do such a nice job of keeping everything nice and maintaining this boardwalk. At the Kaanapali Beach Hotel, Maui Brewing Company just opened up. Really, I don't even think they've been open for a full year, but they've got a great little twist on some of your Hawaiian dishes. They've got a really great burger, some fish and chips that have a unique kind of seasoning to them. So it's a little bit different than some of the other beachside restaurants. And you're literally right here at the beach over, right looking out at the water. You've got various rental shops like this where you can rent rental gear. You can get, your floaties, you can get snorkel gear and things like that. Then after we pass the Kaanapali Beach Hotel, we come up to the Whaler, which the Whaler is one of the premier condo hotels, which means that it's like a resort, like a hotel, but it's all condominiumized for individual ownership, where you can't buy a room at the Hyatt, but you can buy a condo in the Whaler, where you own real estate literally right on the beach in Kaanapali. And I like the way that they've styled this resort. It doesn't have you know, a real extravagant resort-like pool, but it does have a very nice pool that's right on the sand. That's just on this side of the boardwalk. So you can be lounging, swimming in the pool where you're not in the salt water, you're out of the sand, but you're still right on the beach. And you know, you're on your lounge chair in the nice secluded pool area, but you feel like you're sitting right on the beach. And it's nicely situated between both towers. The Whaler has 2 towers, both with oceanfront condos. And then those scale back to ocean view condos. So the further back you are towards the mountain, the more affordable the condos are, and the closer they get to the ocean, the more expensive they are. Because really that view is why you're buying a condo here. And so the better the view you have, the more the value of the property is. And they've also have these cabanas and lounge chairs that you can take out into the sand. You've got areas to store paddle boards and rent paddle boards right in the front of the resort. So yeah, let's go all the way to the Ali'i and then we'll come back. Okay, and I love how, you know, they have, these are all new. These, I actually need to put some sunscreen on. My wife's always gets mad at me when I come home and my face is a little red from not putting on sunscreen. But yeah, this sunscreen, I mean, definitely you want to be using reef safe sunscreen, because over the years our reef has started to die in Maui and in Kaanapali because of all the aerosol spray sunscreens. And there's sunscreens that have harmful chemicals that kill the reef and in turn kill the reef fish, and it's a whole snowball effect ecosystem. So please use reef safe sunscreen, and they have all these included at almost all of the beaches here if you don't have any. So just make sure you use some kind of reef safe sunscreen. That area we just passed is gonna take you through all the shops at Whalers Village, and then continue to walk along the boardwalk. You also have Leilani's, which we're walking right by. You can hear the live music that they have here, which is always a little bit different every night, which is gonna be this south part. They've got a fantastic burger at Leilani's. They've got on the upper level a finer dining area if you want to get a good steak or some nice seafood dishes. And just on this south end of Whalers Village is the Westin Kaanapali Resort, which they just opened up a new restaurant, kind of club-like area here at the ocean front part of the resort that was a couple years in construction. So that's really cool to check out. You don't have to actually be staying at the Westin to use it. They also opened up an arcade in the lower level of the Westin that's really fun. The more southern end of Kaanapali Beach. This area of the beach, the sand can fluctuate a little bit throughout the year. During the summer when we get south swells, if we have had repeated large south swells come in, like what happened 3 summers ago, where the south swells actually pull the sand from this southern end of Kaanapali Beach and dump it on the other side of Black Rock onto North Kaanapali Beach. But generally speaking, this area will have sand like you see right here all year round. And this southern end is a great surfing spot. There's a nice wave that comes in off of this reef that picks up winter swells in the north swells in the winter time, which come in at this angle into Kaanapali Beach. And it's actually interesting because the angle that it hits the reef will change depending on that swell direction. But it's usually a great spot for learners because of the location here. It doesn't pick up any direct swell. So if it's a really large swell up north, it's gonna pull the size down, so it's not gonna be too aggressive out here, and it's a nice slower wave that's great for longboarding. If it's a huge swell, it can be a fun, higher performance wave for more advanced surfers, but generally speaking, a great beginner surf wave. Now, just south of the Westin is the Kaanapali Ali'i, which is the second premier condo resort on this main stretch of Kaanapali Beach. And the Kaanapali Ali'i gets its name with Ali'i, meaning royalty in Hawaiian. And this really is the premier condo resort. This resort's gonna have the highest condo prices in the area, stretching from, you know, starting in the 2 millions going up into the $5 million range to have a direct oceanfront 2-bedroom condo right here on the beach. And usually the sand here has got a nice big sand area because it's right on this curved point, and so you get this nice sandbank. There's a couple of people surfing right out here today, and they also have a nice pool right in the middle of these 4 Elite buildings, and so you can again be in your pool but feel like you're just right on the sand and right looking out at the water. We just walked off the boardwalk where this boardwalk used to stretch here, but as I talked about 3 summers ago when we had those repeated large south swells come in, the boardwalk actually broke, and so they pulled it off for safety. And so this about 100-yard stretch, you'll step off onto the sand and then the boardwalk will pick back up. On the south end of the Kaanapali Hawaii, you then have the Marriott Ocean Club, which is a timeshare. And then after the Marriott Ocean Club is the Hyatt, which concludes all of the hotels and condo resorts in this main South Kaanapali area. And we're gonna give you a little bit more info about the Kaanapali Hawaii and the Whaler. In one of our other videos, we'll talk more about, you know, all the ins and outs of those resorts. But let's get back into this overall tour of Kaanapali, and we're now gonna go and check out Whalers Village. Now, right in between the Westin and the Kaanapali Hawaii is a public beach access. There's a small parking lot right there on the other side, and all the beaches in Hawaii are public, and so all of the hotels and condo resorts have to offer some kind of beach access, which you have there every so often as another beach access point. Yeah, and also, you know, unique to Kaanapali is the access of different activities. And so right here on the beach, they have loading of beach tours. They'll do sunset cruises, snorkel tours, and different excursions where you walk right out and they drop their ladder and will load their boat directly on the beach. So, you know, real convenient. You don't have to drive all the way around to the other harbors. You can dock right here at the beach. So let's go have a look at Whalers Village. Let's look at some of the restaurants here, walk by some of the shops, and give you a feel for what that shopping and dining experience is like. So right here at the front of Whalers Village is where most of the dining is. We've got Leilani's, Hula Grill, and Monkey Pod Kitchen, which all offer a different variety of beachside dining with similar menus, but also they have their own twist to them. And so it's fun to try them all out. They've got, you know, these cool little shopping stands where they have little jewelry shops. And this guy right here will do, you can get a fresh pearl and they'll break that open for you and you can put that into, so yeah, there's a variety of different shops here. We've got Louis Vuitton, Lululemon, Ray-Ban, Travis Matthews. So there's really something for everybody here. This gelato shop, Ono Gelato, is one of my favorite places. They've got a good mix of different island flavors. So I'm actually feeling like some gelato right now. So let's go get something. Should we go check out Lululemon? So now let's learn more about Whalers Village. Whalers Village is an iconic open air shopping center that's right in the heart of Kaanapali. And The history in whalers ties to the area's whaling past. That was a significant industry in the 19th century. And the village was named to honor this history and really serve as a reminder of this time when Lahaina, that's just a couple miles south of here, was one of the most important whaling ports in this Pacific region. And Whalers Village was developed in the early 1970s in a period when Kaanapali was rapidly developing and becoming what the premier resort destination that it is today. Whalers Village is approximately 90,000 square feet of retail space, and it's designed, as I explained, with that open air concept. So the shops really surround a common center area. There's 3 levels to the shopping mall and over 70 stores and restaurants, making it a vibrant hub for shopping and dining. Whalers Village offers a variety of different stores, from luxury boutiques, surf and beachwear shops like Quicksilver, Billabong, different local art stores, souvenir shops, jewelry stores, and family-friendly shops like Crocs and a couple of others, even keiki stores. Now, most of the stores in Whalers Village are typically open from about 10 in the morning till 9 p.m. at night. After 9 p.m., it's super quiet. There's not going to be much going on here. Then before 10 a.m., people are really, you can still walk through the area, but you mainly have people just, going through the Kaanapali boardwalk. Nothing's really open before 10, but check the hours of the stores because that isn't hard fixed. And so you don't want to come at 10 in the morning and have what you came for closed. And parking at Whalers Village is really convenient. There's a multi-level parking structure as well as surrounding spots around the parking structure. Most of the shops and restaurants are going to validate for up to 2 hours here. So if you're coming in to go shopping and then leaving, you aren't going to have to pay for parking as long as you get that validation. If you're staying for the whole day, you will be paying for parking here. It's not crazy fees, but it's about $6 or so an hour to park here at Whalers. And Whalers Village really connects the beach area, and you can walk through Whalers Village, and then right on the other side is Kaanapali Parkway that connects from driving into the rest of Kaanapali and throughout all of the hotels. And then right on the other side of the road is the Kaanapali Golf Course. And so it's all really connected in this resort plan community. So now that we've seen the beach, we've seen Whalers Village. So yeah, let's go check out the Kaanapali Golf Course. So now we're here on the beautiful Kaanapali Golf Course with the West Maui Mountains behind me as the backdrop. And then on this side, the Pacific Ocean with Lanai and Molokai. Now you'll have views on every part of the golf course. Now this course really set the tone for other Hawaiian resort courses and luxury golfing in the islands. And the development of the Kaanapali Resort, including the golf course, was part of that grander development to transform this area into a premier tourist destination. And Kaanapali Golf Course quickly gained a reputation for being a challenging course and also offering just the stunning views that it has. So it's really attracting to both amateur golfers that want to come for this environment and also professional golfers that are coming for the challenging course and well-designed course that it is. And in 1976 is when they added the Kai course. That's originally known as the South Course. And this course was designed by a different architect, Arthur Jack Snyder, and offers a different experience. It's a slightly easier course, and this caters towards more skill levels. And so over the years, the Kai course has offered different renovations, including a major redesign in 2005. And the Maui sugarcane train really brings some of the Kaanapali history here, where it adds a unique element to the golfing experience. Some of the tracks have been removed, but you still see the remnants and the legacy of that sugarcane train being a part of the history here. And the Kaanapali golf course throughout its history has hosted a variety of different golf tournaments, from PGA Tour events, including the Champions Tour that ran from 1987 to 2000, which brought big name golfers like Arnold Palmer, Jack Nicklaus, and Gary Player to this course right here. It's had LPGA tournaments and has been featured on the Golf Channel's Big Break reality show. And it hosts the Kaanapali Classic Pro-Am, which is an annual event for both amateur and professional players that's really fun and brings different experience levels to the course. Now, the Royal course is gonna have 18 holes. It's a par 71 course, and it's 6,700 yards if you go from the championship tees. And this course is known for being a little bit challenging, more challenging layout. The fairways are wider, the greens are a little more challenging, and it has more strategically placed bunkers to provide that challenging experience. The shots are longer, and the trade winds, like you see right here, can get pretty windy, and so that in and of itself provides another challenge to this course. And the Kai course is going to be a little bit shorter, a little less challenging. It's also 18 holes. It's a par 70, and it's 6,400 yards if you go from the championship tees. And this course is better for all skill levels, and it's got a little bit more forgiving of a layout, a little bit gentler slopes, narrower fairways, and less hazards than the Royal course has. So the green fees here are going to start between $250 to $300 if you're visiting, and drop all the way down to between $100 to $150, depending on the time of day for residents. And they offer a golf club discount. So anytime after 4 p.m. during the twilight hours, you can get a flat monthly fee of $100 for visitors and $80 for residents. Those can change, but that's what it is right now. And so definitely take advantage of that. It's really cool how they try and get the community involved here. They even do lessons for kids, and they get to be a part of the junior club and to get them out here and out golfing. The Maui Prep School golf team will golf here. And so, yeah, I love how they want the community to use the course. They want the community to be a part of that here. So definitely take advantage of the golf course in some way, whether it's just admiring the beauty and walking along the course, or if you're an avid player, come and play and that a part of your everyday life, or while you're visiting here, get out and experience the golf course. So now we're gonna go have a look at some of the residential neighborhoods that line the golf course, giving amazing golf course views, ocean views, and even golf cart living, where you can access all of Kaanapali from your golf cart, which is super popular here. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss it, and let's go have a look. Yesterday was a lot of fun being down at Kaanapali Beach, looking at the boardwalk, Whalers Village, and the golf course. Now today we're gonna go and drive through some of the neighborhoods and give you a broader feel of this area. And really my goal is to help you that if you're not on island right now, and maybe you've been to some of these hotels and vacation spots, but you haven't looked into the neighborhoods and these broader areas, that we can help you decide what you like, so that when you are ready to purchase something, you've already been able to check off some of the boxes and what you're looking for. So without keeping you waiting any longer, you're definitely gonna wanna stay tuned and not miss this. Let's go have a drive through Kaanapali. Yeah, I really like this north end of Kaanapali. It's got more of a low-key type of feeling. Up here, Times Market is gonna be one of the closer grocery stores, and our office is right next to it. There's some fun restaurants and shops in this area. Sergio's Cantina right here actually was just opened up about 6 months ago, and the chef at Sergio's Cantina was the same chef at the Frida's that was right off of Front Street. They've got a unique Mexican menu that they put a nice little twist on it. Their salsa is awesome. It's a creamier salsa, but I love it. And they do a really good carne asada burrito. And right across the street is the food truck park. There's a handful of different food trucks. My favorite's the Thai food. They have a really good opaka paka stir fry. And I like to get it sauteed instead of breaded because I think you can taste the fish a little bit better getting it sauteed rather than deep fried. Also a little healthier, which I like. This road we're on right here is called the Lower Road, Lower Honoapi'ilani Road. And this connects into Honoapi'ilani Highway that drives all the way through West Maui, through Kaanapali, out through Lahaina Town, and all the way to the airport. You can basically stay on this road all the way to the other side of the island. And on the right of me, we're passing now the resorts in North Kaanapali Beach. So as you turn in this road, this is going to take you to the Hanuakai Resort and Spa, which is one of the 6 condominium complexes here in Kaanapali. Also the Westin, the Nea Villas is down that road. And now we pass some of the other Westin resorts and some timeshares in this North Kaanapali Beach area. And to the left of me is where you're going to start the Kaanapali neighborhoods. Directly up this hill is the Kaanapali Coffee Farms. That's a really nice agricultural zoned area and neighborhood. And the lots up there have real coffee farms on them. And part of the agreement is you own your land and you lease it back to the coffee farmers who will farm their coffee on your land. And so you get to participate in that. And also it keeps the density really low. And so the greenery up there is just beautiful. The homes are nice. A lot of them are plantation style homes, large lots over 1 to 2 acres. And to the right of me is Airport Beach. And now this is really the start of the golf course in this area, and it wraps down here to the beach and wraps all the way up the hill. And to the left up the mountain, you have the Kaanapali Hillside. And Kaanapali Hillside is outside of the main association of Kaanapali, and so your HOA fees are going to be less. And then up in this area, you've got the Kaanapali Golf Estates, the Summit, Pinnacle, and a newer development, Lani Kea, as well as a couple townhome condo style, the Kaanapali Plantations and the Masters and the Vintage are nice. They're not vacation rental zoned, but they're zoned for residential living, but nice condo and townhome style. So if you don't want the yard, you don't want that maintenance and upkeep, you can still be right in Kaanapali with some of those options. And so as we approach Kaanapali Parkway, we're gonna approach the golf club, and Roy's restaurant is right up above the golf club. And to the left of me is a really cool neighborhood, Kaanapali Vista, that's also outside of the association, but there's about less than 50 homes in this little pocket, and a really cool spot to be right across from Kaanapali Parkway. And you're really going to be the closest to the resort in that neighborhood, but it's outside of the gated area of Kaanapali. And now here we are on Kaanapali Parkway, where you're driving down right along the golf course this entire way. And to the left of me is where all the hotels start. So furthest south on this side is going to be the Hyatt, and the Hyatt links up to the Maui Vacation Club, which is a timeshare. And then you hit the Kaanapali Ali'i and the Westin. And then this road is going to take you right down past Whalers Village, where we were yesterday. And you can pull into the parking lot, access that. If you live up in the neighborhood areas, it's really less than about a half a mile, maybe a mile drive down to Whalers Village and the public beach parking down here. If you have a golf cart, it's very easy. All you need is the Kaanapali Resort Pass for your golf cart, and you can come, and parking's a little bit easier with a golf cart. We just passed the Whaler, and we're coming along past the Kaanapali Beach Hotel and to the Sheraton. And to the right of me, the Mauka side, is the Maui Eldorado, and we did also pass the Kaanapali Royale, which are also going to be vacation rental condo resorts that are within the Kaanapali Resort, but a little bit lower of a purchase price since they're not directly on the water, but still give great ocean views being right along the golf course. So now you've gotten a great view. This is really the main Kaanapali area. This is Kaanapali Parkway. I just love how beautiful everything is here. It's, you know, it's within the resort, so they do just a great job taking care of everything. I love the monkey pod trees, how they hang up over the road, and then you have the coconut trees here in the center median, and it's just such an iconic, picturesque Maui feel. If you don't want to walk along the main boardwalk, if that gets too crowded, you can also walk along this sidewalk. What's nice is that, especially in the afternoons where you're going to be beating in the sun on the boardwalk, this stays very shaded from the trees. So if you're walking down to Whalers Village, you want to head down to the beach, you can walk in that shaded area, or if you just want to go on a run, an afternoon walk, that is very nice, and you're not having to intertwine through people, as the boardwalk does get very crowded in the afternoon when everybody's at the beach. So, you know, that's a nice secondary option to the boardwalk. And as we drive up the hill, now this is just below the main highway, and this bridge is going to take us up to the residential neighborhoods, or we can keep going this way down Keika'a Drive, which takes us down to the Royal Lahaina, which was one of the first hotels in Kaanapali. And to the right of us is the Fairway Shops, which has round table pizza. There's a Chinese restaurant in here, a general store, and there's I believe a hair salon or a nail salon, and some other shops. This has a much quieter feel than Whalers Village does, and so nice spot if you're just grabbing lunch, you're driving through, but definitely check out the Fairway Shops. And to the right of me now is the Maui Eldorado. Now, I love this lookout spot right here over the golf course. I think this is one of the most beautiful spots in Kaanapali because the golf course opens everything up, so you're a little more elevated, and you see the palm trees, the monkey pod trees looking right over the ocean. Is just beautiful. This is actually where I grew up vacationing in Maui. We'd come here for about 3 weeks every summer and stay at this resort. And as a kid, we would just run all over the golf course, run along the beach, head down to Whalers Village, and it was just a huge playground for us. And I just have so many amazing memories in this spot. It holds a real special place to my heart. Right now we're turning off of Keika'a Drive. We're gonna drive over the bridge that goes across Honoapi'ilani Highway. That's gonna take us past the Kaanapali Royale on my right and the Fairway Shops on my left, and take us up into the residential area of Kaanapali. And we're gonna pass the sugarcane train rails that are still there, which is a part of Kaanapali's history. I think it's really cool to still see the remnants of that. And on the right of me, this goes up to the Vintage, which is a townhome neighborhood, or we can go straight into the Kaanapali Golf Estates. And I love the Kaanapali Golf Estates because it, just like its name suggests, it intertwines all throughout the golf course. And I love that it brings the density of this neighborhood down. You don't feel like you're packed with home after home. The lots are larger in this neighborhood. And the price range in the golf estates, right now with what's listed, is gonna start at right around $3.5 million and go up from there to, right now, the most expensive home in this neighborhood is listed at $6.8 million. And they've done a great job of incorporating sidewalks. You'll see a lot of people driving their golf cart in this neighborhood, and it's nice because you can take it right down right to Kaanapali Beach, to Whalers Village, and throughout the neighborhood. Or you can walk along the sidewalk and it links straight down where you saw us drive up, straight down to Kaanapali Beach. So it's very accessible here to everything within Kaanapali. I also love all the tropical vegetation in this neighborhood. One of my favorites is the royal palm trees. I love the contrasted lighter trunks, and they just give a very nice luxury feel, but also keeping the integrity of the tropical environment that we live in. I also love how open the streets are in this neighborhood, that on the sidewalks, you're not, sandwiched in a tight little sidewalk. Most of the streets here are cul-de-sacs, so you don't have through streets going in and out, creating a lot of traffic directly in front of your home. So you're gonna get a nice neighborhood feel in this area. There's a good mix between residents and non-residents that live here, but it's also, with the lower density, it's not gonna feel overcrowded. Within the Kaanapali Golf Estates, you can enter into different subdivisions, such as the Pinnacle right here, which offers an additional level of security, providing another gate point into that section of the neighborhood. Up here at the top, the views are so expansive. And as we come further into the Kaanapali Golf Estates, Lani Kea is one of the newer subdivisions within here with a lot of new construction offerings. There's spec homes being built, as well as still plenty of lots for sale if you want to design your own dream home. And the association is going to have stricter guidelines into what the frontage of your property looks like, how far back your barriers can be. I love that a lot of natural barriers are used. You don't just have fences and rock walls, but there's a nice blend of vegetation. Now we can go up into the Summit neighborhood, which is an addition to the Kaanapali Golf Estates. And the Summit neighborhood is going to be a little bit smaller lots than the Kaanapali Golf Estates. The price range in here is a little lower. Most of the homes here are going to be in the lower $3 million range. And if this is a second home for you to come and visit, that's super convenient. It's very convenient because you don't have to worry about the upkeep and landscaping of the exterior of your home while you're away. And again, very similar to the golf estates in here, a lot of nice natural barriers, beautiful plumeria trees, palm trees, and nice open sidewalks for walking. Even though we're a little bit elevated into the neighborhood here, you're still very close to the golf course. And you could wake up in the morning and easily walk down to the beach from here. It'd be a bit of a hike on the way back because your walk down to the beach is going to be all downhill. So coming back, what goes down must come back up. The golf estates links in also to the Kaanapali Hillside neighborhood, so you can access this neighborhood both from Keika'a Drive as well as from the Kaanapali Hillside, which is accessed through right up north of Airport Beach. Driving down, you can see more of the views here. At sunset, you're gonna have beautiful sunset views. Now driving back out of the neighborhoods, you can see we're back right in front of Kaanapali Resort, which shows even more how intertwined all of the residential and resort living is in this area. Well, I hope that you enjoyed today as much as I did. And if you feel like Kaanapali checks off all those boxes for you, then feel free to grab my number from the description box below and give me a call, and we can talk through some of the different options here and find something that fits your needs and is also within your budget. If Kaanapali doesn't feel right for you, that's okay too. There's plenty of other areas within Maui that might be a better fit for what you're looking for. So give me a call and we can talk through some of those options and find something that's gonna work for your vacation home or your dream home. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know when we come out with new videos just like this one. And really our goal is to help save your time so that when you get on island, you don't have to spend as much time driving around, checking out these areas, and you know everything that Maui has to offer, so that when you get here, you can use your time best for your needs. Thanks for joining with me on this video, and we'll see you on the next one. Now I'm excited to share with you one of my favorite traditions in Kaanapali, which is the sunset black rock ceremony. And in ancient Hawaiian times, this pu'ukeka'a was known to be a place where spirits would go into the afterlife. And so in remembrance of that, this being a sacred site, each night at sunset, they will light the torches that go all the way across Black Rock, and then they throw a lei off and dive through it, which is really cool to see. And if you're eating at the Black Rock restaurant right here at the Sheraton, they tell a really neat story of the entire history behind this. So definitely encourage you to go and participate in that. It's really nice to have dinner. You get to watch the sunset and hear about this special ceremony and special tradition that they do here. So stay tuned. We're gonna show you all of this happening right now.
Of the 18th century. Along with his young warriors, it is said that Kahikili would leap feet first, some 350 feet into the depths of the ocean. Look now towards Pu'ukeka'a as we continue this age-old tradition here at the Sheraton Maui. Yakona takes his dive for us this evening. As he does, we invite you to ho'onane, to relax, and to enjoy this beautiful Maui evening at the Sheraton Maui.